Hello, here we are at the Peace Park. That's what I know at this stage. You'll find out more as we go along. Number one tour guide. We've got to keep reminding you all.
Come to enjoy. Okay, everyone please come this way, please. Okay, thank you. You need to see something in this side. Okay, thank you. Everyone, as I told you, South Korea economy has been rapidly growth after 30 years from the Korean War, and then we got everything in South Korea. Color television or the phone has been spread to all of the South Korea. So one of the broadcast company, which is KBS in Korea, so they made a program which is finding separate family member even in the South Korea in the 1983. Okay, but you know what? They made a program only for the 3 hours, but more than 100,000 people call and ask them to find my family. So this program has run on 138 days without non-stop. Even the watching rate is 70%. It means everyone watches this program. Because of the long time period, all the record has been designated by UNESCO as a memorial war in 2015. Okay, and then sometimes separate family member, when they miss their family and hometown, they come here and then list the main song and then cry so many times in front of this stone monument. Okay, because of this program, many people has been get together, almost like 10,000 people has been get together, and also they became a good friend, so they made a joint memorial service area together. Okay, from the Joseon dynasty, we choose Confucianism as our official religion. Confucianism, one of the key point is respect your parents. So by that, we do have a lot of memorial service. But nowadays we celebrate New Year's Day and the Thanksgiving Day in lunar calendar, and then this time separate family member come here and then prepare food all together, and then they pray for their ancestor or the people who live in the North Korea. But why they choosing here? Because here is one of the nearest area from the North Korea city, Kaesong City, third largest city. It's only 22 kilometers from now on. But from here to Seoul, 53 kilometers. So now it's very near to the North Korea city, Kaesong City. Okay, and also they carved the 7 scenic view of the North Korea on the stone. For the first one, Baekdusan Mountain, which is the highest mountain in Korea Peninsula, and it is located in the between North Korea and China. And there's also, Yalu River between the North Korea and China. So when the North Korea is, like winter time with minus 30 degrees Celsius, Yalu River gotta be frozen. And then this time, some of the defector, North Korea defector, they crossed the border to the China frozen Yalu River. Again, and there's also, Kumgangsan Mountain, which is a beautiful mountain in Korea Peninsula, and it has been, designated by the UNESCO as a heritage, a few days ago. Okay, so beautiful, and it is located in between the North, North Korea and China. It's a southern part of the North Korea. So, do you still remember Mr. Jung, everyone, Hyundai Group? Mm-hmm. When he went to the North Korea, he got permission from the Kim Jong-un. He can make the travel, Kim Jong-il. He can make the travel agency and then make the South Korea people visit it only in Kumgangsan mountain area. The tour start from the 2000. So you know what? I bought a ticket in 2002. I paid it $200, 2 nights, 3 days by ship. And I was just so excited to go to the North Korea again. And then this time, you know what? We were very in good mood. So everyone thought, okay, it seems like our unification is going to be really soon. Everybody thought that. Oh, I thought that too. That's why I sold the ticket, because I thought I have a chance later once we have a unification. Because I had a date with my ex-boyfriend, okay? Oh, but I lost everything, okay? Anyway, 2008, one of the women, she also traveled to the Kumgangsan mountain, but she couldn't sleep. So she woke up and she went out the hotel, and then she walked along the beach, and then she didn't know that. And then she crossed the one border. That's why she has been killed by the North Korean soldiers. So after that situation, no more trip to the Kumgangsan mountain so far, okay? Don't cry, guys, okay? It has been, more than 18 years ago, okay? Anyway, have you tried the North Korea food in the South Korea? Not really. It's very famous to the, the domestic people. You know what? Some of the refugees, they came to the South Korea during the Korean War, and then they own their business selling the North Korea food. Famous one, the Pyongyang cold noodle, and then Kaesong dumpling. So I'm gonna share all that information after finish the tour by WhatsApp, okay? So I'm gonna send you one link the link contains all my information, some pictures, and then recommendation book, recommendation, the food, and then the video. Okay, and also sometime propaganda song from the North Korea. Okay, but please don't listen more than 3 times. Okay, so addictive. Okay, thank you. Let's go. Everyone, please come this way, okay? Can you see the wire fence over there, brown color, barbed wire? Can you see the wire fence? So this wire fence inside one building. It's a South Korea guard post. So this building, no picture. Everything, no problem, without that one. Without one building inside of the wire fence, okay? So if you take this way, you can see the, steam locomotive. It's original steam train that we used during the Korean War. And also Dokkae Bridge, and then Gyeonggi Railroad, and then, the Freedom Bridge. Oh, okay, I think you can see a little bit of the Freedom Bridge with the 2 statue, soldier statue over there. Okay, thank you. And also, you know what? This is a compartment statue, and then this is, original trade road, even before the Korean War. So we put the station name between the 2 countries, okay? Let's move on to next. Okay, let's go.
So this is the train line through to North Korea, which was open, which of course now is not. The famous bridge, which of course is now also closed, which if we cross it, we will die. So there we go. And this is the border. And I know we are walking very quick here, but unfortunately my bus is not far away from departing, so we must be quick. Unfortunately, we can't go in there this time around. And there we go. That is it, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. South Korea, North Korea. Here we go, over the line. There we go, over the line. There we go. Going to have a cup of tea with Mr. Un. He's down here down the train line. Let's go find him. Mr. Un! Mr. Un, where is he? Somewhere down here. Somewhere. Let's find him. Okay, we just got some North Korean money. Oh my God, I'm so out of breath. Thank you very much. Oh, what have we got over here before we go? I'm not quite sure what we got over here. Kind of running out of time. He says, I want to try get as much in as we can before we have to go. There we go, look at that. That's pretty cool. This is the Peace Park. Oh my God, pretty sensational. Running out of time because I just saw a defector of North Korea. Heartbreaking story, I've got to tell you, ladies and gentlemen. Absolutely heartbreaking story. Which I will tell you about as we walk back the other way in a second. But let's quickly just go down here. I want to try get as much of the Peace Park in this video. Alright, let's walk this way back towards the North Korean border. This defector we just saw, oh my god, heartbreaking. So she defected from North Korea. Wasn't allowed to film, unfortunately, but you get that. She had to make the tough choice to escape, and look at that, that's sensational, isn't it? And it was a tough choice because by her defecting, it was a death sentence for her mum and her brother, which of course she never knew, but it was capital punishment for her mum and brother. Just heartbreaking. I didn't expect the story to end up like that. And when she said it, it just took my breath away, and yeah, it ended in tears. Honestly. And you know, Pyongyang, which looks quite nice, and that's a North Korea that I thought existed, you know, and you sort of go, well, that doesn't look too bad. Well, we got to see some hidden camera work of North Korea, and I gotta say, yeah, I don't really think I want to go see North Korea now. It was somewhere that I was kind of like, you know, it'd be alright to go have a look. I know it'd be a bit weird, but yeah, what I saw today, I don't really think I want to. But anyway, let's go up there to the observation deck. We are strapped for time to try fit this all in, because we literally went to see the defector, but there is a fence, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Can't get any closer than that. My God. Unbelievable. Anyway, can we go up the stairs? The stairs might be quicker for us. We can. Good. You are now looking at the DMZ. Look at it. Oh my God. Let's get up here as quick as we can, because I want to try show you a few other things while we have time. Here we go. Crazy. Let's go a little bit higher. Wow. See the bridge over there? Gosh. Man. This is the South Korea side. South Korea, North Korea. Well, here we are at the well, literally at the border of North Korea, but Mr. Kim's not being very helpful. He won't let us film it. Literally, you are not allowed to film it or take a photo at the moment. Mr. Kim is having a bad mood day, but I can show you the South Korean side at the moment, which is over here. I think Mr. Kim's a bit upset that I didn't bring him some Vegemite from Australia, but anyway, that's the South Korea side. I think he was a little bit annoyed that the Vegemite was taken off me from the immigration. I did tell him that, but yeah, I don't know. Anyway, as we curve around, you'll have a quick look at the North Korea. There it is there. That's North Korea, which I'm not allowed to show you. Well, hello everybody. Just while I'm putting the video together, I best explain to you the clip you just saw where I said I can't show you North Korea. And basically, we're at the observation deck at the moment where you can see North Korea. You're seeing a picture at the moment of what would have been North Korea and the propaganda town where you would have seen the North Korean flag and the fake village as such. But every now and again the tensions get really high and North Korea says you can't take pictures or videos, which is quite strange. And in fact, the day that we were there were marksmen, North Korean marksmen, literally shining their guns in at the tourists, literally pinpointing them between the eyes. And if you were to take videos or photos, you'd be shot between the eyes. And we were told as we were walking in that if anybody was to hold up their camera or mobile phone, that basically you would be shot between your eyes. And one woman went to lift her phone up literally to take a photo and it was knocked out of her hands, and she was literally yelled at and told if she was to take a photo she would absolutely die. So it was quite a strange experience, to tell you the truth. I have shown you a photo just now of what the view would have been of the propaganda town. And it was quite strange because some places that we went to, there were no tensions at all, and you could literally have free reign and there was no security whatsoever. In other places, it was really heavy with security, not just North Korean security, but American security. In one place, the Americans basically stormed our bus with machine guns and took our passports. So it was quite strange depending on where you were in the DMZ. So anyway, just thought I would explain that. Nevertheless, it was an extremely fantastic day in the extent of it was very informative. It was somewhat enjoyable in a strange way, with it being just literally a strange day, absolutely strange day. It was to experience what the world is really like with these tensions and with the strangeness that's going on. I know we hear stuff that's happening in the media, and a lot that you hear in the media is a lot of bullshit, really, because you hear the political slant depending on the media source in which you listen to. To experience it in real life is quite strange because there's a lot of carry on with the Americans, there's a lot of carry on with the North Koreans, there's a lot of carry on with the Koreans, and literally where you are within the DMZ zone depends on what countries carry on you're experiencing at that particular time. Nevertheless, I hope that I have explained to you now why we couldn't film within that particular building, but I do hope you've enjoyed that look at the peace zone within the DMZ. Quite strange, isn't it? The peace zone, though, if we were to hold up a camera, we would have been shot between the eyes. Anyway, I do hope you enjoyed looking at the peace zone within the DMZ.
One photo, no problem. You can take a picture with me too. Everyone. everyone. Thank you. Okay, everyone, as I told you, this is all the third tunnel we found in 1978. Okay, all the length of the tunnel is 1.6 kilometer, but from the military demarcation line to the South Korea, 435 meter long. So today we go until here. So only difference is 170 meter from the military demarcation line underground. Okay, so South Korea, we made a 1, 2, 3 blockade. First one is a 5 meter thick. Second and third one is a 1 meter thick. So we made it to protect everything from the North Korea. So it means all of you are safe. Okay, no problem. So please don't break the wall, cross the border. Okay, waiting for you here. Okay, thank you. So and also when you go down, you can see little window. So you can look at second and third blockage. There is a water tank at the bottom, LED light, and the air. So you can find the natural plant. They grow by themselves. And also electronic machine, it shows some numbers. All the numbers are days after we have an armistice agreement. So every day, 1 day plus here, okay? So if you go down, you know what? After, the armistice agreement, how many days? 1 day plus here, okay? So, you know what? Going down here, 5 minutes. Here, 7 minutes. Here, 7 minutes. Here, feel like forever. Because it's very slow, okay? No kidding, it's just about 10 minutes, okay? And also here, 2 meter high, 2 meter wide, but I don't think so. I'm a 168 centimeter tall. I have to walk like, that way. And also walk like that way. That's painful, okay? Anyway, we're gonna wear the safety helmet, so always watch your head, please, okay? Watch your head, please, okay? So, as I told you how we found this tunnel, this factor, he gave us information. It was exactly here, okay? And then he started the landmine, and then he lost his leg. But one day, Korean soldier, he heard some sound, and then he came out. He found one PVC pipe has been blew up shooting to the air. If they make the tunnel, they use the dynamite. But you know what? Dynamite, gas inside. So the gas make the water eruption. Okay, that's why. So that's why South Korea, we made this tunnel to this global tunnel. So now we have a 2 tunnel which is made by the South Korea. This one to finding this tunnel, but another one for more welcome people. Okay. So you know what? Now we are using this first tunnel, monorail way, like a trail road. Okay, for the the customer. But this one every day broken. They fixed it during the 1 month, and the next day broken. So we have to take the walking way in here. Okay, thank you. And also, when we found the tunnel, we complained to the North Korea. Why? Why you guys make the tunnel? Is it because of the invasion? And then North Korea told us, no, we didn't make the tunnel. What? No, we found the tunnel that you made it. Because we didn't make it, right? And then North Korea told us, no, we didn't make the tunnel. Maybe South Korea. You guys make the tunnel for the invasion of the North Korea. Going crazy. Okay, but we have 3 evidence here. For the first one, when they made a tunnel, they used a dynamite. But all the dynamite direction was toward to the South Korea. And also, when you go down, you can find the yellow painting area is all the hole for the dynamite. Okay, so you can find the direction of the dynamite. And also, when you go down, if you touch the surface, you can get a coal powder. Because in North Korea, they put the coal powder to this guy's tunnel as a coal mine tunnel. But you know what? This area, 100% granite area, so it didn't make sense. And also, when they made a tunnel, they made a South Korea part little higher than North Korea. Because making the tunnel, there are a lot of water is coming up. So they need a drain system. So we have 3 evidence, or this tunnel has been made by the North Korea to invade of the South Korea. Okay, so here 73 meter deep inside. So if you have a claustrophobia, asthma, high blood pressure, low blood pressure, it's not allowed to go inside. Okay.
So I just thought I would do a little piece of camera because you've just heard the tour guide explaining about the tunnel that we went down. We weren't allowed to take cameras whatsoever. In fact, we were searched and we went through scanners and all sorts of stuff before we went down into the tunnel. But the tunnel was amazing. I've got to say though, if you do have any health conditions or you are not extremely healthy, you cannot do the tunnel. And that's just not a a warning where they say you cannot and then you go ahead and do it. Like, you cannot. I literally was at the brink of calling for help to get out of that tunnel because it takes every ounce of your energy and health to get out of that tunnel. It is very, very steep going down. It's very, very steep coming up. It's not designed for tourists whatsoever. This is a tunnel that was made by North Korea, and it's literally 500 meters going straight down. It's 500 meters coming straight up, and it took every ounce of my breath and energy. And then when you're down there, it's very, very small. It's very, very compact. I banged my head a couple of times, so we were very lucky we wore safety helmets. It's very hot when you're down there as well. And the smell of sulfur and stale air is kind of pretty bad as well. My neurosurgeon said don't do anything stressful. And it was the very first thing I did as soon as I arrived in Korea. So maybe it was not wise. I think a lot of people would have had to be saved by the army for going down there, not realizing how extreme it is. So if you do go do the DMZ tour and there is the slightest concern in your head that you may not be 100% of health, then I do highly recommend do not do this part of the tour, because it is extreme. So when they do warn you, and I know a lot of us go to places around the world and they give the health warning, you know, if you've got a heart condition and this, that and the other, and it's like, yeah, whatever. I'm serious with this one. It will take your body to the limit, the absolute limit. I've climbed 80% of Mount Fuji. I only didn't climb the last 20% because it was dark and my torch ran out and yada yada yada. Climbing back up out of this tunnel was worse than climbing Mount Fuji. It was almost a killer. Seriously, it was almost a killer. And there are army people down there, I think, to rescue people or something. I don't know. So again, I wish I could have taken the camera. We weren't allowed because literally this tunnel does go into North Korea. There are safety issues down there. There's all sorts of stuff going on down there. If you do go to North Korea and you have got the health to do it, I highly recommend you do it. It is very good. There is a camera at the very, very end of the tunnel that shines down the tunnel through into North Korea. Yeah, if health is your big concern, do not do it. Do not do it. The DMZ tour, I've got to say, is the best tour of any tour I have done anywhere in the world. You have to go on a tour within the DMZ, and you will not be wasting your money.